I work as Product Stewardship and Regulatory Coordinator of Agrocete. And to introduce you for the ones who don't know, Agrocete is a company, a Brazilian company founded in 1980 here in Ponta Grossa, Paraná, just a few hours to the south here in Paraná state. And we started our work small with the fertilizer production, and ever since then we've been growing our plant and our production system to cover new kind of products. And besides fertilizers, we've been working with also biofertilizers and inoculants. And today we have a total area of about 21 acres, and also in plant production we have about a bit more of 4 acres total in plant production. But I'm not here to talk about the institutional part of the company. We're going to take a dive in the company and see closely what happens for us to ensure quality in our final product, in the microbiological products. So we are going to take a look at this plant in specific. So this is our actual biofertilizer plant, also known as inoculants here in Brazil. So just as Dr. Solon de Araújo stated, we have this name difference, and here we have Agrocete, the biological plant. We're expanding it, but this is for today our one. So for just you guys take some notes, in terms of production capacity, we have the capacity to produce up to 50 million doses per year, and that would translate to a bit approximately 4,000 gallons per day, which would be about 15 liters per day. Just for you guys to know, this would cover, in terms of estimated production, over a quarter of the inoculant necessity in Brazilian agriculture. So that's a lot of inoculant today, and quantity doesn't mean quality, right? So right here today, I'm going to talk a bit more about how can we ensure quality and make sure that most of this product doesn't go to waste. So this is let me see here. How can we see the light? This is the face of our products, and the first step, really, the basics. We have to always remember the basics. You should have a proper registration process in the agriculture ministry, or depending on the kind of product, in the 3 ministries for agriculture, human health and environmental health. But this is just the start of the quality process. So there's a lot of process if you want to cover quality. I can't cover them all here in just 15 minutes, but let's just take some of the processes we do to ensure this. Another step we do is to always look for seals, certificates. So we submit and apply our products to standards like ONRI, products for organic use. We ensure that our product is biodegradable with scientific studies. We are always also speaking with associations like Ampibio. We are a part of Ampibio, we are a part of CropLife, Absolo. There's a new also adjuvant association that's named Aplica. So we are always trading ideas and seeking the newest regulations. And this trade of ideas is very important for us to be updated and to have access to the most updated quality methodologies, quality control methodologies for laboratory, and also any kinds of news that the whole market, all the needs that the market brings to the table. Because as you can see, the biological market is always changing, so we always have to maintain our ears to updates in general. Also, another way to seek for quality is to ensure that the company itself has the quality in the daily process. So we look for the International Standards Organization certifications. We look for seals that proves our responsibility to the environment, like this two here, like the Clima Paraná, the seals that promotes the the great place to work seal that promotes, that certificates that all our workers are having a nice work environment. But these are also seals, right? So let's take a look inside the factory here to see how all the seals and certificates apply, because this is only a part of the quality process. So what's happening inside this plant? So there's a lot going on here. We have a lot of biotechnological processes. We have a lot of care during the escalating process, production process, ever since the inoculum phase up to the production phase. We always have workers supervising every step of the production process, and also when we reach the product packing phase under the most restricted aseptic conditions, we also look forward to make the quarantine with always certified official and scientific analysis for quality control to ensure the best product for the market in general and for our clients, and to ensure that the growers will have high quality products during the agricultural management. But let's just ask here, is this all there is for regarding quality? Well, we saw we have space, structure, state-of-the-art equipments, contact with associations, contact with the government, like also Dr. Solon de Araújo said, the triple helix, right? The government, universities, and industry. We focus a lot with this kind of integration, but is this all there is? Anyone that get to know this technical knowledge, is this enough to make high quality products? Well, guys, to answer this question, I'm going to invite you to have let's going to take a walk in the factory here, and we're going to focus on this small scale bioreactor here. We also call this small scale bioreactor the inoculum phase, because it's the phase in which we have the microbe being the first escalation of the biofertilizer before going to the bigger bioreactors. But we can see here, he is there doing his job. What's going on here? What can we know? How can we improve its efficiency and ensure its quality? Well, one thing that we learned during the production process is that this kind of bioreactor tends to have its temperature dropped faster than the bigger bioreactors. There's a lot of reasons for that, but this was detected during the daily routine. And because of that, a few years ago, our operators had to manually do the heating in order to maintain the ideal heat for the bacterial growth. Temperature is essential for the cultivation of bacteria. Each bacteria, depending on its species, changes the ideal temperature range it can properly replicate. So if you don't regulate the temperature well, you can kill the bacteria, you can overgrow them, or you can also inhibit their growth. And we all know about the bacterial growth curve. We have to respect that and to try to think about that in order to get the best shelf life as possible for the product. So in order to maintain this temperature, our operators had to every day manually heat using steam this bioreactor. And one day, one of the operators asked himself, why can't this process be automatic? Why do I have to come here and manually do it every day? So, I'm resuming a lot of years of implementation here, but to synthesize, he proposed that. So we call this in Agrocete. It's only one of the many cases we have that. I select this one because I think it's very practical to see. He selected the heating case, in which instead of manually heating the bioreactor, we installed automatic heating system using the condensate tank steam to automatically heat the ejected bioreactor. So this was a project that was also studied and we implemented it, and it all came from one operator suggestion each. The condensate take, for the ones who doesn't know, it's not anything new. It's something that already every plant, serves as a backup formulation in case emergencies occur during production system. So this was installed, and this brought a lot of difference to the production system. We saved time from the operators. They didn't need to go anymore every day. The automatic system was included in the supervisory system. It is also a closed loop system, so it is the steam circulates and returns to the condensate tank without contamination, and also it reduces the thermal shock the bacteria suffers. Because imagine if you do just a few heating with steam coming with over 100 degrees Celsius a few times, it promotes a lot more of thermal shock compared to a constant heating system that maintains its temperature with steam with about 50 degrees Celsius. So thermal shock also promotes better microbial growth and stability. I brought this example here just for you to see that this was something that was noted from the operator, from an operator that had the freedom to bring this to his leader. And the leader brought this to the managers, and the managers turned it into reality. So that was only one case, and we took another walk here in the factory to see. This is a daily routine Agrocete. We have all the bioreactors running, we have maintenance going, but what lies beyond this image? What's happening here besides the maintenance and daily routine? Well, what I want to show you guys here is that these pieces are the important pieces. Each of these workers here, they all show sense of responsibility. So this is one of the focus in our management system in Agrocete. We always try to look for the triple helix knowledge and updates, but we also focus a lot on how can we pass the sense of responsibility to each of the operators for them to detect each of these specific details that happens during the production system. Because each microbe has specific needs, and how are we going to detect all the specific needs? Only the managers, they don't have the eyes or the time to detect every single specific need of each bacteria, because each bacteria is different from another. So we try to bring the sense of responsibility, so we have more eyes during our daily routine. More eyes. So one of the examples of this, it all starts during onboarding. We have an installed mentorship program in our biological factory, in which the supervisors, they all designate a mentor to each new worker that enters the company. So that way, the new worker will step by step learn about the process and get to know how it works, with always a mentor to be consulted. So this way is one of the ways we can ensure that the technical knowledge is well handled and well passed onward. And to establish committed professionals, do you know, guys, that each of these bioreactors here, they are divided into sectors, and each of them have their own owners. And the owners, they are not the president or the directors, they are the workers. So we have like the division there, and 3 bioreactors are owned by a worker. And that worker is responsible to the development and the process in general of that bioreactor. And we are being able to successfully pass the sense of responsibility, and the workers, they see and they give the attention necessary to each of the bioreactor, and are always seeking to have simple changes, but simple changes that they accumulate over the time and bring complex updates and complex production process development. So we always also we encourage these workers to register these updates, these developments, and these improvements in order to compile a log, and to ensure that there's always a data-driven culture in decision-making in the company. So for each improvement of the production process, we gather the data that the workers themselves wrote and the workers themselves brought to us, so we can make sure that that data is realistic, because it is there's a lot of detail in every process, and the ones who knows the details are the ones that are on the field, on the production plant. The field here we can relate to production field, right? Like crop field. So instigating this kind of sense of responsibility, we were able to register and implement more than 55 improvements over the course since 2020, and we had a reduction loss of 76% over this course of years. And we know that this is done, like the earlier speech said, by doing simple improvements, simple innovations, that they make the complex is made of simple fragments. So just all the simple fragments, they are converging to even more improvements. So right now also this is information, the data I collected from last year. So we are always improving also the continuous improvement and process improvement implementation. So this number is even higher today. So what I wanted to bring here for you guys to see is that this sense of responsibility is what brings quality and ensures that all technical knowledge that we see here, and technical knowledge, new regulations, to ensure that the most updated information is going to the practice, and the practice happens during the production with the team. So this teamwork is very important to ensure this, because even this is the purpose of our inside team of the biological plants, and their goal every day, if you ask any of the workers there, is to become a reference within the company for quality, innovation, knowledge, and behavior. And it is exactly behavior. The laser isn't pointing, but the word behavior is the word that I wanted to bring here, because I came here to this event last year. I learned a lot. It was really cool, all that technical knowledge. And when I thought, what was the thing I was missing? It was the human behavior part, because every information we have here must be implemented and executed by humans. So we must not forget human behavior when we are going to look for improvement and look for quality in the biological production process. And this is not easy to achieve. You have to, this is the company essence going onward, right? So this is the phrase that our leader in the biological plant says a lot, and I adopted this phrase to myself because I agree with it a lot. To synthesize this presentation here is that commitment and quality are not demonstrated as an isolated act, but it is demonstrated through a daily habit. And this is how I thought I could, what I wanted to bring for you guys today in order to contribute to quality for bio inputs in general. For us to think about the daily habit and how can we gather all this information with a lot of eyes for everything that's happening. So that's what I had to bring today, and thanks, Kai, for your time.